I'm Wolf, here to guide you on the healing odyssey. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. It's all the past. We're about to blow out as we embrace the next step of our journey. Where have I been? Where have I been lately? I haven't done as many long form videos. The short answer is I've been in the wilderness. I've been out in the forest and camping and freezing temperatures and plunging into springs. And actually yesterday I was swimming with a whole herd. I'm not sure if a herd is how you would describe them, but a whole herd or pod of manatee. And I'm bringing this up because you don't know yet on your recovery journey where you're going to end up, and the magic will happen. And you're going to have experiences coming out of your chronic pain, anxiety, or panic journey. You're going to have experiences that will be beyond anything you can imagine. This is an odyssey. This is a process where you transform your mind so that you're able to do things that maybe you never thought you could do before because of fear, because of constraints, and you leap into life. Once you learn that you can leap into the most intense pain or panic that you've ever experienced and survive, your unconscious mind gets it, that you're okay, that you can handle life with all of its grit and glory, with all of its cold and heat, with all of its different sensations. So, for example, yesterday was a freezing morning. I woke up in a campground in a forest where there was ice on the ground everywhere, but I was staying there at a spring, and the spring is warmer. I knew this, and I also knew that the manatees like to head towards the warmth. We all want to survive. We all want to be in a space where our temperature is reasonable so we can survive. But as a human being, I knew I would need to get into an uncomfortable situation in order to experience that spring. So leaping into that spring with no wetsuit, just going in, I don't know the temperature, I think it was 72 degrees, which is pretty warm, really. But on a day where it's 40, the wind is blowing, or high 30s, the wind is blowing, it's chilly to leap into that. So leaping into that took some mindset strength. And that strength I developed on my own recovery journey. So you're going to come through this journey with strengths which you would never have been able to develop. You're going to develop the ability to be in an uncomfortable situation and know that you're okay, that you're safe, and that you can stay there and let your mind handle that. Let your mind digest that experience. So I was out in the water, swimming around, mask and snorkel, and there were some strange things happening. There was this weird fin thing popped up, and my partner was saying, "Oh, I don't know, is that a shark? What is that fin there? This is a kind of murky river beyond the springs." And suddenly, in the distance, a new friend of mine said, "Hey, there's a manatee right here." Then I plunged under the water, and there was a manatee's face in my face. I thought that was pretty remarkable and amazing. And then, probably 2-3 minutes later, I was surrounded by manatees. These massive, they're the size of Volkswagen bugs. They're gigantic, gray, gentle behemoths. And it was a beautiful experience to be in the water with them. They were curious about me, and I was very curious about them. So what I'm telling you here is that on your journey, you're going to be able to have these amazing experiences because you're going to go into uncomfortable situations. You're going to leap into uncomfortable waters, so to speak. And that might just mean leaping into the pain that you're experiencing, or leaping into the anxiety, leaping into the uncomfortable sensations in your body, which you know are actually safe because you've been checked out medically, because you've studied this mind-body path, because you know that unconscious mind is just overprotective. In your case, not everyone's case, it's overprotective. Some people don't have much of it, and that lack of protection is a whole different story. But in this situation, I knew that I would be relatively safe, even though I was going into this cold water. My body began to shiver. I was getting colder and colder, but I wanted to stay in the water with the manatees a while and experience this. So I did an override in my mind. I said, okay, I know that I'm all right. I know that I'm going to make it through this, and I'll get out of the water in a little bit. And I knew also that the water wasn't deadly cold. The air was very cold, but the water wasn't deadly cold. And so I spoke to my mind, said, we're going to stay here a little bit longer for this amazing experience. And that's how it went. Then when I got out of the water, I was shivering uncontrollably. I stared into the sun. I sat in the sun. I put a towel around. I did all the things that most people do when they're trying to warm up. I did a few push-ups against the wall. And slowly, my body got back into a mode, and my mind got back into a mode of, saying, as if my mind was speaking, he's fine. He's going to be okay. He survived this experience. He survived. And once mind gets it that you survived, then it relaxes and it lets those sensations disappear. And that's exactly what happened, and that's what will happen for you. So that's today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I'm YouTubing it up around 400 now and getting some great interactions with folks, especially when I go live, which I try to do a few times a week at least. And I also have a brand new website, which is still under construction, at healingwolfcoaching.com. So head over there, check that out. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I have a one-on-one coaching practice where I help people out of hell and back into a full, vibrant, and very enriching life, just a very meaningful and adventurous life. So if you'd like to have my help on your journey, then reach out to me on my website. I have a booking link for booking a free consult where we can chat about how to move you forward with techniques like rapid resolution therapy and all of the other modalities, practices that I used on my long journey through chronic pain. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I know you can do this. I know you can make it into a brand new life, a vivid life, a glorious life. I'll see you soon.